Welcome to Andy Chats and Tarot. Hello, Pisces. Welcome, and thank you to all who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Remember to run with only what resonates with you and what helps you to help yourself, and leave the rest in this message. I have made some dragonfly sea glass. I don't know if you can see them, but I'm going to turn them each time I read now. As a symbol of finding our uniqueness is a good thing, embracing our uniqueness, and of course the dragonfly symbolizes that, as well as transformation. So finding our own unique transformative paths through the messages. Here is growth number 1. Let's talk about this for you. I feel like this is the energy, the main energy of this read. So imagine your higher self looking on with joy and pride as you grow into a magnificent human. There is no hurry or impatience, for your soul knows that you grow and evolve at just the right pace. Learning to shine your light brighter and brighter so that the earth's vibration may be raised. Be gentle with yourself and nurture yourself as you navigate this often harsh and confusing world. Growth. And just the right timing with growth, too. Okay, let's grab some tarot here, Pisces. Growing at just the right pace. Nurturing yourself. Okay, Pisces. Let's get into this. Messages for Pisces. Let's get to the core. 4 of Wands in the reverse. That has a lot to do with family. 2 of Cups, soulmate energy. I'm hearing some of you are dealing with inner child issues with your current family. And I feel like you're maybe the adults in the family and working with your children. Some of your own inner childhood wounding or issues are coming up. And it has something to do with, it's connected to who you've picked as a soulmate, who has picked you. It's had to do with soulmate, your soulmate energy. And that's part of the growth. 6 of Swords is out here. Someone talking about you that you're aware of. Trying to find peace here. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this is how you come off to others, and I think this is a large part of your personality, but there's a piece of the pie here that just feels off, and you're trying to figure it out. Where are we here? Okay. Yeah, it's like, I know something's off, but you're trying to navigate like where that is. It has something to do with nurturing your kids, and it's coming up, it's bubbling up. And I feel very emotional about whatever this is. Something just hit you out of left field as you were, I'm feeling like doing something benign with your kids, like coloring or something, and all of a sudden it just came out of left field and it has triggered something in you about your childhood. And something that wasn't happy, and then something that has affected your soulmate choices or the soulmates that are coming in. But I feel like not the right soulmates, but what you thought was for you. Like a soulmate that mirrored you, but it's what you, it's who you thought you were, but you're seeing you're not. You're not that. It's what you heard you were maybe when you were a child, but you're not that. And you realize that as an adult. The moon in the reverse. This is clarity. Yeah, I'm also getting very hot and I'm suddenly uncomfortable. And I started out fine. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of like the left field thing, and the fact that it's really deep is starting to kind of bother you, and even, may I say, kind of piss you off. So it's like, I got to get to the bottom of this. Where is this coming from? I'm hearing a lot of grounding, needing to ground, ground yourself. And also, tree energy is so huge. I do whole anti-chats that like follows my tree journeys, hugging trees. Tree energy is super powerful, so I would encourage you to hug a tree or get more clear on tree energy. Could be very helpful for you. This is a bend, not break energy too. Yeah. Learn from it. Don't let it break you. Just learn from it, okay? Ugh, I'm really, really hot all of a sudden. Okay, the Hangman is here. Hang out and learn. Look at this from all different angles. Don't let it break you. Something is swooped in here that's threatening to break you. I don't see it breaks you. It's just threatening, okay? You have the power to get control of this and just bend with it to learn. Page of Wands, yeah, that's all about learning. And that's diving deep. And that's maybe even speaking it out. And that's, in this case, learning, I think, from your spirit team as well. So listen to the messages you're receiving. If you're out in nature and you're working this tree angle, listen to the messages. This is not as big as it wants to be. It's kind of coming in a shadowy way that really wants to envelop you and break you. And it doesn't, Spirit is saying, it need not be anything other than a lesson for you, okay? That is very key. Let's remember that. It need not be anything other than a lesson for you. Don't let it get any bigger than that. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is out here. This has been slow coming in, but now all of a sudden it's here and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Two of Wands. It's definitely affected your present. It's been like the past has affected your present. Your past was always affecting the future. Something about that, like relationships that didn't work out. Oh, you're just like me. You hear from somebody who's in your formidable years. Your relationships won't work out either. And you adopted that. And then now you're saying to yourself, when you're doing something with your kids, yeah, like you said something positive to your kids, and all of a sudden it hit you that you didn't have to adopt the negative that was told to you as a child, that you are different. It's something like that. I recognize that I'm different here. I recognize that I handle my children differently, in a more positive manner, in a manner that's encouraging to them, and in a manner that stimulates their growth. This energy you come from is more of a, I didn't get it and you won't either. And it's not really, I'm hearing an energy we want to delve that much into. It's just, and you as well, because remember, we're bending here, we're learning, we're not breaking. It's more of an energy of just recognizing you are not what that person said you were going to be. You were never what that person said you were going to be. You're much different. And then something here with your children made you realize that. Temperance, but you did adopt it for a while, and it has affected the people that you call soulmate energy or soulmate relationships. The World is out here. Ace of Wands. And maybe those soulmates haven't been... well, for sure, I feel like they're not right for you, and they haven't been a good match, in that they haven't been big enough for you. You know, you went in kind of these relationships with a lack feeling, and you're much bigger. That's the big message here, is that you're much bigger than anything you were ever told you'd be, and you see that now in the way that you deal with your children, and you stimulate that growth, I hear again. And that's all about the growth we talked about. Remember, this was all about not being hard on yourself and the growth that we all go through that's done in just the right time. So it's just the right time now to see this. And maybe some of you, and I would agree too, because my first thought would be, Why couldn't I have helped myself out of some of these non-soulmate relationships that I thought were soulmate, because I was going in it with a false sense of self? But I mean, I could have saved myself some grief here. And this card is saying everything happens in due time. Let's look at that card again. Your soul knows that you grow and evolve at just the right pace. Be gentle with yourself and nurture yourself as you navigate this often harsh and confusing world. Spend time in nature and notice how the trees and plants grow steadily and beautifully in their own time. You are learning the patience you need to let go and grow at your own pace. Do not compare yourself to the growth of others. One moment, please. Thank you for your patience through that pause. One other thing I'd like to say on this topic is, the very person who maybe thought that you were going to be just like them, or I didn't get this and you're not going to get this either, or you're one way and you're actually not that way at all. As you grow here, because we've talked a lot about growth, be aware of them coming in and trying to get in your head, or trying to kind of get in the way of you growing here. This is something they have to deal with because they haven't dealt with things, and they don't want you to learn and deal with it either. That's on them. Don't let them prohibit your progress, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so Death, Seven of Cups. So really we need to just focus in on when you're coming to this conclusion. Now is when you're supposed to. Don't be hard on yourself. The card says life is hard enough. Be in your corner. Seven of Cups and Death here. See, I'm getting distracted. It's the energy of somebody wants to keep you distracted and keep you in this illusion. And that's something else that the dragonflies are all about, is recognizing illusions. Okay? So we ask for that energy to spin into this read here. Seven of Cups, illusions, delusions. Exactly what we're talking about. The death, the ending of that. Transformation. You're looking right at transformation, in other words. And someone is saying, whatever they're saying, they're trying to distract you from that. You will not be distracted from this transformation. Maybe you have been distracted from a transformation for a good part of your life. I feel like now, no more. Strength in the reverse. You're being told you don't have the strength for this transformation. Or you've been told that enough that it's popped into your mind as well. This is part of the illusion, delusion, that this person has created, that you now maybe talk to yourself in a manner that's illusional and delusional with regards to this particular topic. Balance is here. The World. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, see, I'm getting so distracted that there are 3 cards here we have not discussed. And I almost didn't even realize I was distracted, and that's very unlike me. Okay? So there's something about the distraction and something about telling you you're like this, when in reality, it's very unlike you to be like whatever they're wanting to convince you of. It's their own issues, because if you heal, then it's all about, they feel like a spotlight on them where they have to heal, or where they've done you wrong in not being, a good support system for you. It's something like that. Something like that. Okay, so let's talk these cards that I was distracted from. Temperance. the World, the Ace of Wands. In fact, most of this read now, I feel distracted. Like now I have the Eight of Pentacles out here and I don't remember how this flew. Okay, so this is not like me. I'm going to refocus. I'm going to bend. I'm going to learn. I'm not going to break here. Okay, and I'm going to get focused. Here we go. Balance, temperance, the World, closing out a cycle, beginning a new one. Ace of Wands, you are inspired. You're inspired. It initially came at you, I think, where it was like you were hot and uncomfortable and like, what is this? And I did definitely feel that energy of like, this is irritating and I don't know what to do with this. But I feel like you do embrace this as an opportunity to learn. And really start focusing in on these soulmate connections you've made and the choices you've made there. And I feel like that kind of inspires you. There's something here inspiring that makes some good changes for you in that area. Seeing yourself in a bigger way attracts bigger fish, something like that. It is part of your purpose here to recognize the wonderful that is you. Your kids are helping you get there. How you're dealing with that, that's so different from how you were treated, is helping you get there. And for some of you, you haven't even recognized how you were treated differently until much later in life. Three of Swords. Yeah, some of this, obviously a lot of this will be emotional and some of it will be heartbreaking. But remember what you learn here. And remember that you're protected. I feel like your spirit team is really leaning in to help you here. And even maybe you might have some tight connections on the other side that are helping you. Family and friends that have passed on that are helping you from the other side to navigate this kind of harsh, remember, we did hear the word harsh, this harsh world, this harsh situation, this entanglement that wants you to always be entangled with it. More messages for our Pisces, pretty deep Pisces, but we go deep with you. I do repeatedly remember that and say it, that Hierophant in the reverse. You're going to have to think in a different way than what you thought. Yeah. It's another teacher that enters the picture here. Like if you're tight with your spirit team, it's something they're saying. It's messages that you get if you're doing the nature angle we talked about, the tree angle. You're going to get messages that are different learning techniques and messages, something different that's coming towards you, looking at things differently, thinking about them differently. King of Pentacles is out here. You're going to be just fine with this. You're going to be very successful. You're going to prosper from what looks dreary right now. More messages for our Pisces. Ah, yeah, of course. Here comes the Emperor. Yes! Okay, and what comes out of this is the Emperor. You knowing your true worth on so many levels, the talent that is you, that has always been there, the incredible individual you are. The Emperor isn't just somebody. The Emperor is extraordinary. This is an extraordinary person that's recognized by others as being extraordinary because they are that extraordinary. This is you recognizing that in you as well. You've always been like that, I'm hearing. Always. And maybe someone was dimming your shine because they saw it too. Okay. Something to consider for a few of you. And then with the Ten of Cups, paired with the Ten of Cups, it's your happily ever after. It leads to your happily ever after, this confidence that you now have that changes a lot of these soulmate connections that you've made, romantic, I think, and also, and really brings in what you truly want. And also just the abundance that comes with knowing, wow, I am really incredible. And I've finally realized that about me because I've been told otherwise for so long and I didn't know to think differently. You're taking this on so wise and so in an educational way. that you see the royalty that is within. And it's always been there. Okay, Judgment in the reverse. This is a perfect way to, I think, sum this up. Because this talks about making sure that you always give everybody the opportunity to see exactly who you are. Don't hold back from anybody the true you. It is their gift to know the true you. There will be a lot of celebrations I see here. You might find that a little bit stressful, celebrating yourself. Spirit's saying lean into that. That will bring about a lot of different connections, I think, in the soulmate world. And we've talked about that. You'll see yourself differently. See, you were kind of told, don't grandstand, something like that. But it's not grandstanding. It's being happy in who you are and knowing that. And that's what balances you out. And we do see a nod to balancing here. Being balanced. Not being distracted, not being thrown off your balance, okay? Look into the future. Things move quickly here in the area of you seeing how you were held back and how you then held yourself back. Wow. Come at this with love. Don't be harsh on yourself. We see that with the first card out here and the mentioning of life is hard enough. Don't be hard on yourself in addition. Yeah, I do see like soulmate energy comes out here for you as you kind of rethink your choices here, and that is tied to how you think of yourself. Someone who really truly mirrors you, not who you have someones in your past that you thought mirrored you and they didn't mirror you at all. This is a true mirror of yourself. You're going to be very successful with this person. They have a lot of very similar achiever type qualities, and they've done well in life. And you have too. You have too. You just don't have a sense of how extraordinary you are. You're a hard worker and you think, I'm a hard worker, but you don't realize the extraordinary that has always been you. And I think in some ways you haven't gone after the real big hopes, wishes, dreams that you've wanted, and now you will. Now you instinctively know you've got this. You can handle this. Yeah. You're also very intelligent. This person that's coming in that's going to be your match is also going to be like that. They're going to be a good communicator. They're going to be a very intelligent person. Very thoughtful and thought through. Yeah, I feel like you're approaching a milestone in your life here with some of these changes. And definitely help. Help from the other side, I hear again, somebody you were close to that's passed away, or there could be a couple of people, for some of you out there, they're helping you navigate these kind of harsh waters that want you to be kind of distracted. You know, this mate that's coming in, or for some of you, it will be like a few people that come in that are just soulmate energy, you know, really important people to have in your life. And maybe it's not romantic, or maybe one is, and then there are like two others that are just real solid soulmate connections as well. But I see them also being in this mix, not only very achievement oriented and successful, as well as good communication and intelligent, but I see them doing for others and being very nurturing. And that comes back to this connection with the children and how nurturing you are with your children in a way that you never received. Yeah, despite everything that's happened to you, you still go at life with love. And that's super admirable. And Spirit is absolutely asterisking this in your favor, that this is remarkable to do this. And what people should strive to do is to go at things with love, not with a sense of revenge or I'll treat you the way you've treated me, but I recognize how you've treated me. I'm learning the lessons there that I can move forward and find more suited partners for me, knowing thyself and going at life still with love. Huge, huge, huge. Okay? Not lack. You don't take on somebody else's lack and continue that. For the next generation. You recognize the error. You bend, you learn, you don't break, you keep going with love, and you do that for the next generation. It's not a matter of I didn't get this and so you weren't. And I think that's the energy you're coming from that was telling you, you know, this is who I am and this is who you'll be. No, this is an energy of I recognize this was incorrect. I make the change for the next generation. I make it better. I go at it with love, not revenge, not some shadow. We're in this together in our shadow. BS. It's going towards the next generation with what maybe you didn't get and going at life with love still. That's the big key. That's where the real strength lies and comes forward and helps maybe with generational curses. It definitely helps the next generation, and that's what's so key. That is your message, Pisces. It's a big one. So chew on it for a while. I hope that you've liked this message, you've learned something from it. If you have, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.